Yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit. Stop lying. If you say you didn't shoot me, why won't you get on the stand and say I didn't shoot this bitch? You say it online every day. You figure out how to get your niggas to say you didn't do it. You figure out how to get the blogs to say you didn't do it. But the one fucking would have mattered from was you. You should have said, I didn't do it.
Trump just pardoned Tory Lanez, and Megan Thee Stallion's team is furious. Her fans are raging, and Tory supporters are celebrating. This twist didn't come from his lawyers. It came from inside Trump's circle. Representative Paulina Luna suddenly called the case a miscarriage of justice, and within hours, #FreeToryLanez was trending. Now, word is Trump himself looked into the case, and if that's true, it explains why Megan's reaction was so explosive. But before we get into that, let's talk about how this whole pardon rumor even started and the new evidence that flipped everything. So here's where it starts getting crazy. Out of nowhere, Representative Paulina Luna, a hardcore Trump supporter, jumps into Tory Lanez's case, calling it a miscarriage of justice. She's saying the man never got a fair trial, that the evidence was all over the place, and that his sentence was more about politics than truth. She posted on X saying Tory's 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence, political pressure, and prosecutorial bias. Basically, she's accusing California's system of throwing him under the bus to make headlines. But then came the twist. Word spread that Donald Trump himself was paying attention. MAGA circles started trending with hashtags calling for Tory's pardon, and even some celebrities began showing support. Drake reposted a petition asking California's governor to free Tory, writing, "Come home soon." Now that alone would have been wild. But Luna went on News Nation, saying her office saw evidence showing 4 people's DNA on the gun, and none of it matched Tory. If that's true, that's huge. But Megan's lawyer, Alex Spiro, called it complete nonsense. He said it's just more noise meant to distract people from what really happened that night. Still, you'll know how fast social media runs with stuff like this. Within hours, people were already saying Tory's getting out, and that's when Megan reportedly lost it. She's been trying to move on, focusing on her music, but seeing her shooter's name back in headlines and next to Trump's must have hit hard. And the thing is, this didn't just reopen old wounds. It also dragged out some buried truths that both sides tried to keep quiet for years. Because the more people looked into this new evidence, the more they realized something about this case has never added up. When Luna said she'd seen new DNA evidence, I thought it was just another political stunt until legal pages started reposting it. She claimed Tory's fingerprints weren't even on the magazine, and that 4 different people's DNA were found on the weapon. Even his lawyer said that there was unknown DNA on the gun.
And yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun.
Like, that completely flips the story. Because if that's true, how did he end up with 10 years behind bars? Megan's attorney quickly shut it down, saying it was complete nonsense. But y'all, the rumors didn't stop there. A non-profit group called Unite the People, which actually lists Tory as an advisory member, came out saying they had new information too. Their lead legal consultant, Walter Roberts, claimed a key witness, Kelsey Harris's bodyguard and driver, confessed he overheard Kelsey saying she was the one who fired the shots. Not once, 3 times. Roberts said that this witness, a man named Bradley James, told them Tory never touched the gun, that he only grabbed Kelsey's arm trying to stop her. Roberts even said, in essence, Peterson never shot anybody.
She had the gun. She fired it 3 times. Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
And that story lines up with something we already heard back in the trial from Sean Kelly, the neighbor who said he saw 2 women fighting while Tory stayed in the car. He told police he saw flashes near the passenger side where Kelsey was sitting. Now, the more these stories come up, the more people start questioning how the whole case was handled in the first place. Because you'll remember, this trial had so many holes, missing evidence, inconsistent medical reports, confusing DNA results. Even the witness testimonies didn't fully match, and honestly, it should have been a mistrial from day one. But here's where it gets dark. While everyone's fighting over whether Tory's guilty or not, he's in prison fighting for his life, literally. A while ago, news broke that he'd been stabbed inside the California Correctional Institution, and not just once or twice. According to reports shared on his verified Instagram, he was stabbed 14 times with 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to his face. Both lungs collapsed. The post said he was on a breathing machine, but eventually started breathing on his own. Man, whatever you think about Tory, that's brutal. Now here's the eerie part. This happened right after Tory's legal team reached out to Megan's team and Kellis, saying they had new evidence proving his innocence.
Tory was stabbed 14 times just days after a major national news outlet reached out to Megan Pete's team, Kelsey Harris, and former DA George Gascon about a story on new evidence in this case.
So when that stabbing happened, people instantly started speculating, like, was it random or was someone trying to keep him quiet? The prison spokesperson said they were investigating, but no suspect or motive was released. Then, just days later, the hashtag number sign Free Tory Lanez exploded again, fueled by Drake, Tomi Lahren, DJ Academics, and even Fox News analyst Gianno Caldwell. Everyone was calling for his release, saying he was targeted, mistreated, and unfairly convicted. But then something unexpected happened. Megan finally reacted. People close to her said she was tired of being dragged into this every time Tory's name trended. And honestly, can you blame her? After years of jokes, hate, and trauma, she's back in headlines over the same man who almost ruined her career. But let's not forget, Megan once brushed off her connection with Tory, saying it wasn't serious, just something that happened during a drunken night.
Even if I was, I like once, maybe twice on a drunk night.
But later, fans noticed that didn't fully match what she told Gayle King in that interview, where she denied ever being involved with him.
Did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
That little detail sparked a lot of reactions online. One fan wrote, "What a wild way to get revenge with no accountability. On a drunk night? Then it never happened, I guess." Another said, "Lies with such ease. My goodness." And honestly, that's what made people start to question everything. Because if Megan wasn't being completely open about that part, maybe there's more she's not saying. Some fans even believe she still holds a grudge, not just over what happened that night, but over how the public turned on her after. So when talk of Tory's pardon started trending again, it probably hit a nerve, bringing back all the things she tried to move past. Now here's where things get really wild, because for months, people have whispered that this case wasn't just about a shooting, it was about power. You all might remember back in 2022, Tory's father stood outside the courthouse and straight up accused Jay-Z and Roc Nation of helping frame his son. He claimed Jay-Z wanted Tory to sign with Roc Nation, but Tory refused, and everything went downhill from there. According to him, Megan's legal bills were covered by Roc Nation, the same label that manages her. And that's when the theories started flying, that Tory's downfall wasn't random, that someone in the industry wanted to make an example out of him. Fast forward to now, and those same rumors are louder than ever. People are saying Tory Lanez went independent. Jay-Z offered him millions to sign with Roc Nation, but he turned it down, and not long after, he's in court and his career's in ruins. One person even said, Roc Nation are Satanists, very evil people with too much power. That hit hard, especially now, with talk of Trump pushing, because if the former president's really calling for Tory's release, it means people in power might be paying attention, and that alone makes the Roc Nation rumors sound even more suspicious. Meanwhile, Megan's camp is shutting all that down, saying it's another distraction meant to shift blame. But here's the thing. The more people dig, the more inconsistencies they find, from missing DNA reports to conflicting witness statements. And Tory's team isn't letting it go either. They even launched a website, 36hourslater.com, dropping unheard audio from the night of the shooting. One witness, Sean Kelly, the same guy from earlier, claimed he saw 2 women fighting and one of them firing the gun. Tory, he said, was trying to stop it.
Who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting.
That's the same story the Unite the People team is now backing. They claim it's not just a rumor, it's what really happened. And that's exactly why Trump is allegedly suddenly in the middle of it all. So what do you guys think about this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what happens next.